Hey there. So, anyway, uh, I'm Ariel, and I am the writer behind Creature of Joy, where I teach moms methods for breaking habits and living more mindfully so you can have a joyful life. Anyway, so I was doing my makeup, and Caleb, my husband, is at the store with the kids, and I just thought this would be a good time to record a video because I don't have any interrupting children wandering around. So I wanted to talk about something, and sorry, I know this is kind of weird that I'm not looking at the camera, but just kind of had some thoughts that I wanted to record and share with you while I'm doing my makeup. And I know this is multitasking, which is kind of a no habit I'm trying to break, but I'm going to make this exception because I'm mostly just thinking out loud. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about the idea of control. And I know this is something that a lot of people struggle with, but especially moms. And part of the reason is because we have to manage so many different things in our lives. We have to manage our home, we have to manage, the family responsibilities. We just have a lot of things that we oversee that we are responsible for. And a lot of those things are not fully within our realm of control. It's not all up to us to decide the outcome. A lot of the things that we oversee and manage, or the people we oversee and manage, i.e. our children, maybe our husbands, schedule and responsibilities, things like that, it's not all up to us. So it requires a lot of collaboration. And that can lead to a lot of frustration and burnout if things aren't going well. And when we feel that way, we often feel like things are out of control. Things are in a state of chaos. And, we can recognize when we're in that place because we often say things like, oh, I'm stressed out, I'm overwhelmed, things are crazy, busy. Busyness is often a sign that things need more control. And I'm using air quotes on purpose, okay? So I wanted to talk about this idea of control. So as a recovering control freak, one thing I'm realizing is that this idea of control can be very burdensome. Mostly because control is pretty much a false perception for the most part anyway. Control hardly, ever really exists. It's more like this umbrella term that we use to describe certain things. So, I don't know, what am I trying to say? So, when we want control, let's just say, of our house, maybe things are really messy and chaotic, your schedule is all over the place, and the home just seems like it's in a state of disarray. We want control. Well, what does control mean? What does control mean to you? And I think sometimes we think, okay, I want things to go according to the way that I plan them out. Oftentimes, we don't even have a plan. Okay, well, I want things to go according to how I think they should be. I want a better outcome. Okay, outcome, that's the real thing. So we think that we know what we want and how we want to get there. Half the time, we haven't even gotten that far. We just know what outcome we want. That's what we say with control. The thing about control, though, is when we are asking for control of something, we are implicitly saying that we want to be, in some way, shape, or form, in charge. Whether that's delegating and leading the way for something, deciding the outcome, deciding the plan, we do want that. And that thing that we want, that thing I want to replace the word control with, is accountability. Now, I like that word because I think in moments when we are asking for control, if we pay attention to what we're really asking for is accountability and a different outcome, then we can be a little bit more honest with ourselves about whether we really want to be the one controlling that situation. Okay, so what do I mean? How does this apply in the life of a mom? For example, maybe I want my kid's bedroom to be more in control. Maybe it's just chaos. I clean their bedroom, I do the laundry, I put the clothes in their dressers and hang things up, and then an hour later, toys are all over the floor, and then the next day, clean clothes everywhere, clothes that they didn't even wear yet, everywhere. What happened? They didn't wear those clothes. Why are they on the floor? Why am I refolding them? Why are clean clothes making it into the hamper? They didn't, actually wear them. They just didn't feel like putting them back in the drawer. I want control over this situation. I want accountability. All right, well, in what way do I want accountability? Now, I want to warn you not to be too tempted to focus all the accountability efforts towards other people. So, sure, I want my children to pick up after themselves. I would like my children to put their clothes back in the dresser if they tried it on and didn't want to wear it, rather than just throwing it in a dirty laundry pile. Right? That's true. Those things make sense. But when we feel a lack of control or things feel chaotic, it's usually because we're looking to control things outside of our inner circle. Okay? We have to, think about driving our own vehicle and not everybody else's. We can only really take care of what we're doing for ourselves. So that doesn't mean that our children can run around wild and things can just get messy. But that means that our only true control is over the things that we do. So take your own wheel and figure out what you need to do. So if I want my children to pick up their toys, what can I do for myself to feel better about this situation? What do I need? Well, maybe I need a plan for them. Maybe I need to feel like I know how to have this conversation with them and help them receive this idea of being accountable for their own spaces. Maybe I need to have a conversation with myself and kind of decide what's reasonable, what expectations I have are reasonable. Maybe I need to ask myself what other fears or concerns I have underneath their messy bedroom. Maybe that's a conversation I need to have with myself, and usually it is. Usually you do need to dig deeper, okay? So if you are trying to solve this problem in your life, in this area where you need control, and for whatever reason, the control's not coming, you're trying all these different plans, you're trying all these different methods, things aren't working, you find yourself being inconsistent with these strategies, well, guess what, okay? This is the hard part. If it was something that just needed an easy fix, system, solution, method, strategy, that type of thing, you would have already done it. You would have. It would have already happened. If the reason your kitchen was messy was because you needed an organizing container for all your Tupperware lids, it would have happened, and then your kitchen would be clean. But it's not that. That's not what you need. The reason why these problems keep resurfacing is because you are not actually helping the problem. You are treating the symptoms, not the root of the problem. Okay, I like to kind of think of this holistically, like we do with medicine. You could keep slapping a Band-Aid on that problem and giving yourself some, Tylenol or ibuprofen, and it's not going to change the fact that you have a gouging wound right there that needs to be addressed. You need to disinfect that thing and let it heal, let it air up. So back to this example of the kids' room that you're trying to clean. You're trying to clean the kids' room over and over and over again. You're trying to get a grip on helping your children manage their own bedroom, and it's not working. You're feeling out of control. You're feeling that. They might seem a little bit stressed out about that too, but let's deal with our own stress first. So what's underneath that? Why are we really concerned about our kids' bedroom? There are plenty of moms, probably moms very similar to you, who maybe don't care about that kind of thing. Maybe a lot of moms that do, but maybe there are some who just don't get stressed out about the kid's bedroom, but you do. So what is that? There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you, but that means that there's something that that feeling, that anxiety or stress that you feel sometimes from your kids' room, that's talking to you, and you need to pay attention to that. So maybe you're concerned that you're not providing for your kids a clean environment. Maybe you're concerned that they're not going to learn how to be organized and take care of themselves. Maybe you're concerned that if their bedroom is, untidy and friends come over, people are going to perceive you as a bad parent. Okay, all of those things can be addressed in a different way though. If you're worried that your friends are going to see you as a bad parent, well, why Why do you worry that people will see you as a bad parent? Did somebody actually tell you that you were a bad parent? If they did, that's something to think about. If not, why do you feel concerned about that? Some people don't walk around feeling like concerned that they're going to be judged about being a bad parent. Why do you feel that way? What about you is allowing that thought to mean something to you? Maybe you're concerned that your kids aren't going to feel provided for. If their room's not messy, maybe you feel like their space won't feel fun and comfortable. Do you feel like you're concerned that your kids aren't feeling comfortable, provided for? Maybe that's something you need to address outside of cleaning their bedroom. Maybe you need to think about ways to reassure yourself outside of cleaning their bedroom that your kids are feeling provided for. Maybe you're concerned that your kids aren't learning how to take care of themselves. And maybe you need to have that conversation with yourself and try to figure out, again, solutions outside of the bedroom. Dig deep, figure out what's really going on, and address those things. Because oftentimes we are so good at suppressing our own needs and wants, suppressing our own emotions, and we mask them with all these outside things. We clean, over and over and over again. We delve into projects. We're helping all these other people. We help our friends more than our own families or ourselves. There's a reason why we use that as a mask to hide something underneath, and we're all doing it. It's not just you. I know sometimes it feels hard and stressful, but it's not just you. Many of us are doing this. It's really difficult to know yourself truly. It takes a lot of digging deep, getting into that psyche, getting into understanding yourself in the deepest sense before you can recognize different patterns in your life and the different needs that you want. So anytime you feel stressed or anxiety, especially when you find yourself talking about needing control, I want you to do one thing, okay? I just want you to pause in that feeling. Sit there and let yourself feel it all the way. Just pause though. Don't keep cleaning the bedroom compulsively and yelling at your kids to come clean up their mess. Just stop. Pause. Think about it. Don't guilt yourself or shame yourself for feeling that way. Just stop. Allow yourself to have that emotion and ask, where is it coming from? The room's messy. It's coming from stress. Okay, good. Deeper. Where is that coming from? Oh, my kids aren't listening to me. The mess is just all over the place, and I've been asking them every day to take care of this. Good. Deeper. What else? Well, I feel like I'm not being listened to in my house, that I constantly am trying to help my family out and nobody's trying to help me. Oh, good. And keep going. See how far you can get. I feel ignored in my family's household. I feel like I'm not valuable and that people, want me to do all these things for them and they don't notice all the work that I'm doing and that I feel like I'm not doing a good enough job. Like, just see how deep you can dig, and this will probably happen over and over again. You'll need to keep uncovering this over and over again. It's like a wound. You need to clean it out. You need to let it air out. You need to change that bandage. Okay? Do that over and over again until it heals, and it will heal. That's the thing I want to remind you. It's going to be a little bit hard to do that digging and do that work, but it will heal. And, if you're new to this channel, which you are because this is my first video, we'll talk more about some methods for doing this deep work and ways to stay on top of motherhood and all of its excitement and craziness, using some journaling. So I've got some really practical, actionable things that you can do, because I know you're an action-based mom. You like to, check things off your list, so this will be perfect for you. But in the meantime, while you're waiting for that, you can subscribe on my website. But while you're waiting for all the rest of these, tips and ideas on how you can help yourself with these types of things, I want you to just remember, when you're feeling unsettled, your body's trying to tell you something, pause. When your heart's racing or your mind's racing and you feel stressed and chaotic, pause. Ask yourself, what's going on? What is it that you need? What is it that you want? What is that feeling? Where is it coming from? Dig deep and let yourself have that. It won't take longer than a few minutes, but let it happen. The more you do, the better you'll feel. The sooner you'll feel better every time. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for hanging out with me while I get ready for the day and put my makeup on. I'm Elle, Creature of Joy.